You're gonna see a little, you're gonna learn a little, and at the end of the day, I hope this helps a little. You learn some culture, you get to see some sights. I'll be your brochure before you book your flights. Samdicating. What's up, fam? How you guys doing? Welcome back to another video. For those of you who know me, I go by Samdicating. I do travel vlogs and history videos at times, and I'm hitting you guys with another vlog. I'm coming down these stairs again, as you can see, and I actually just started my laundry. I recorded this segment earlier. It ain't work out, but this is my laundry. Boom, boom, nice bag. And the thing is, I will give you guys a house tour. Don't worry about it. It's coming. It's coming. You don't want to hear the sound. It's kind of loud. But anyway, I am going to do a little update video and give you guys like the scope or the detail of more or less why I left Colombia full time to come here. So I will kind of break a lot of that down for you guys, and not everything, but you know, just a little bit from then to now. And so that's pretty much what this video is going to be about. I hope you enjoyed the last video about El Espinal. That was the history video that I recorded. I finished editing it. I put it up on the channel. It's a great town. Really enjoyed that town. The video after this is going to be about another town that I went to after El Espinal. So check that out. Subscribe so you can be up to date with what's going on. It's kind of a little dirty, but yeah, but let's go ahead and get this video started. I'm about to go ahead and get something to eat. Let's go. So guys, I'm gonna try one more time to show you this bike, right? This bike that I have, and pretty much how I be getting around, you know what I mean? This is how I be getting around. My car still in Colombia, because I can't put a car on the plane. This is what it's looking like right here. It's out of my handy dandy makeshift garage. So yeah, that's the bike. You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and pull it out and give you a better angle of it. Yeah guys, so this is the bike right here. You know, it's just a little 110cc. You know what I mean? It has a storage compartment, so that's why I store a lot of stuff. Since I don't have anything here on the back, I put it right there. If I were to get another bike, I'll get that piece for the back to store things. You know, got my little phone rack thing. Actually, the person I bought it from, he left it on there. This is what the front look like. You know, it's a Honda Navi. It's in the Grom family. You know what I mean? Only a little 110cc. It gets the job done. It gets me from point A to point B, you know. So if you guys would like, I can do some videos with the bike. I don't have no mount to mount my GoPro camera onto the bike. I don't have no mount, so I have to figure something out with that. Maybe I could just buy a mount. I have like the mount devices, but all of that stuff I left in Colombia. You know, it's at my crib down there. But so I'm going to go ahead and get something to eat, then I'm gonna come back, and then I'm going to just do a short little spiel of what has been going on up until now. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in and sticking with me on the journey. You feel me? So fam, I had to switch over to the phone, man. My battery died on my camera. I'm gonna have to change the settings because the battery drank fast. That's crazy. The reason I'm not using my phone because there's something wrong with my camera. Maybe I should get a new phone. But I'm here at Old Charlie's. So I end up getting fries. I end up getting the fries, and I end up getting the chicken wings. So I got the buffalo and I got the lemon pepper. And then I also ended up getting the watermelon lemonade, as well as some cookies from Subway. So one thing is that the States has some good food, but I missed the healthy food from Colombia. Like everything was just like fresh. Sorry, speaking with my mouth full. But everything was like fresh over there. And that's one thing that I do miss. And every time I go back, that's what I eat. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this food, head back to the crib, and then I will, give you guys a little bit of rundown. Yeah, fam. So I'm doing laundry right now. I'm completing the laundry, and I'm about to go pick up this old generation camera that I found on Marketplace. Because I've been using Marketplace recently to furnish the house because I could find things for cheap and at a better price. So I'm about to go head down to pick that up. And yeah, so I'm doing laundry right now. So to touch a little bit while I left Colombia, and I just go down there frequently. This happened around the pandemic time when I was like thinking about having to bring my income back up. Because the thing is, what happened was when the pandemic started, my funds was going low because the clients that I had, or the clients for the company that I worked for, they weren't paying because they didn't have the funds to pay during the pandemic time. So I said, okay. Around that time, I was trying to close on purchasing my property around that time, or get everything finalized around that time. So I was like, okay, I'm going to finalize this, and then I'm going to head back to the States for a while so I can recuperate my funds. So that probably was about around the pandemic time, you could say, but it didn't really take full effect until after the pandemic, more or less 2022 beginning, somewhere around there, right? And then that was when I got the job was Amazon, and then I came back to the US while frequently going back and forth to Colombia majority of the time, but at the time I was working at Amazon. Oh yeah, fam, so I'm back at the crib again. I picked up the other camera because all my camera equipment that I had, I left at my place in Colombia. So I just have my GoPro, and then I just picked up this first generation DJI camera right here. So, and I like the first generation because it's smaller and it's in my budget. But I just like the fact that it's smaller and it's more pocket size, kind of like my GoPro. Hopefully with this, I can kind of bring back some of the quality that I was doing with my other camera. When I go back, I'll probably have to pick that camera up and bring it here. But if this works just fine, then I will just continue to use this camera. But yeah, so now that I'm back, let me explain to you guys what's going on. I think I need to get a wide angle lens for this camera. Because as you can see, I'm a bit more cropped in, I'm a bit closer. So I will end up trying to find a wide angle lens, maybe on Amazon, for this camera. But I'm going to interchange between the two. A GoPro, I have the old GoPro. I have like the Hero 8. So I'm going to be using my old GoPro. And I'm going to be using this old camera right here to go ahead and capture different types of footage. So basically, when I started working for Amazon after the pandemic, I ended up not being full-time in Colombia, but I was going back very frequently. I was pretty much living in the two countries. During that time, I used Amazon to fund certain education educational endeavors, right? I ended up moving from just doing all the packing and sorting to doing more like the amnesty tech. So when I was like working on the robots and having to fix the robots and all of that stuff. And then I used the educational side to jump into trucking. So after you work at Amazon for a certain amount of time, you qualify for education benefits. I went and got my truck license at trucking school and working at Amazon at the same time. I started driving for a company. I met a lot of cool people along the way doing that. A lot of them I still chop it up with now, you know what I mean? Some of the homies. With trucking, for those of you who know about trucking, when you get your CDL, you get paid per mile. There are some jobs where you get paid hourly, or you get paid on a contract, like what you call it? You're on salary, right? But the majority of trucking jobs, you get paid per mile. So I was on the contract where, of course, I got paid per mile, which means when you're not driving, you're not getting paid. But you can pretty much take off when you want. So I'll work for like a month or two, take off for a few weeks, head back home, do what I gotta do in Colombia, come back, and continue my rotation. You know what I mean? Continue working, driving. The contract I had, the Canadian contract at first, so I will drive back and forth to Canada a lot. Toronto area, I would go to Quebec, practice my French, do what I gotta do over there. Come back in through Detroit and East Coast, West Coast, North, South, Midwest, however you wanna call it. I was all over the United States of America in that truck. Cold weather, warm weather, right? So I did not record any content. I was pretty much trying to do my backlog of content in Colombia. And when I went back, I would record videos. But when I was at Amazon, I didn't record any content. I might have some pictures here or there. When I was trucking, I didn't record any content. I might have some videos here or there. I didn't really want to focus on trucking in my videos, nor focus on Amazon. Now when I think back on it, I should have probably recorded some trucking videos and stuff like that, but I don't know. It wasn't in my brain at the time. It wasn't something that I wanted to do, you know what I mean? That's why there was such a big pause. And then after that, I ended up transitioning into the job that I'm in right now. Probably about 2 years, 3 years or so. So I'm like, okay, in the meantime, I can at least pump out some videos for you guys. You know, I'll probably do more of the vlogging, stuff like that. I'm still gonna be going back and forth to Colombia. I'm gonna try to pop out those videos as well. The history videos gonna have to be on the low part. So I might start doing history videos in certain towns and cities around here in the United States when I'm able to. A little short, more or less synopsis of what happened, so that way you guys can kind of understand of the big hiatus, right? So I will pop out videos. It's not going to be on no particular schedule. I will pop out videos when I can. The next video after this is going to be the town after El Espinal. So it's going to be Guamo. And then I'll just see what other videos or footage I have recorded that's left over, and I will compile those into a video. I also have some random footage that I recorded, so I'm going to try to compile those into a video and everything. So I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in, watching this random vlog type information of what happened. Maybe it made sense, maybe it didn't, maybe you care, maybe you don't care. Whether you cared or you don't care, I would appreciate it if you hit that like and subscribe button, because adventures are going to continue to rise. And after I finish my time here and everything, I'm back on the adventure, South America, probably gonna hit some Europe, you know what I mean? I definitely gotta hit some Brazil, you know. I'm going to also do a video, I'm gonna do a house tour, and I'm gonna explain to you guys about this house. Anyway, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next adventure. Peace.